What's up? This is going to be a very nice and interesting video for everyone who thinks that the Bible is nothing. That these stories are nothing, that Christianity is nothing, and that the Bible is just bullshit. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove by using physics that the Bible is the truth. Okay? Now, if you were to ask a mathematician, what is your favorite number? Then his eyes would glisten and sparkle with happiness, and something would grow in his pants, and he would say, number 137. Now, why do you think I have 137 in my name? Because of its uniqueness. Because it proves the Bible by physics. Okay? So, you non-Bible believers, please follow me, okay? Into this information, because we talk physics here, okay? Define structure constant. That is the structure constant that keeps our universe together, okay? There is a unique non-dimensional atomic constant in physics known as alpha, or the fine structure constant. It is better known by its reciprocal number, which is essentially equivalent to 1 over 137. It is related to the probability of electrons or other charged particles absorbing or emitting photons. And it is the ratio of the strength of electromagnetism compared to the strong nuclear force. Okay, it has been a mystery ever since it was discovered more than 50 years ago. We talk 1900s, okay, that they came up with this number. Okay, we just find this 50 years ago. Okay, and all good theoretical physicists put this number up on their wall and they worry about it because it proves God, okay? Immediately, you would like to know where this number for a coupling comes from. Is it related to pi or perhaps to the base of natural logarithms? Nobody knows. But Richard P. Feynman is the one who came up with this number, okay? So the number is required to know how specific wavelengths of light interact in precise ways with atoms and how electromagnetic forces hold all these atoms together. How it holds the complete universe together. Everything you see around you, it holds together. Okay? Hence, we know that this number is one of the core factors that determine the size of the atoms and therefore the form and the structure of the complete universe, okay? To calculate alpha, you start with a square of an electron's charge divided by the speed of light and Planck's constant. Then multiply the whole lot by 2 pi. The units of this number are coulombs, meters per second and joules per second, but they cancel out, leaving a dimensionless ratio applicable in any measurement system. Okay, and here they will do some calculations. You know, I'm not this master mathematician, but you can see it can also be derived using 137 and pi in a Pythagorean triangle, okay? The close relationship between pi and the fine structure constant can be seen by adding the sum of the squares of the first 7 digits of pi. You can read all this yourself if you want. The fact that alpha is dimensionless has led some physicists to speculate that its value has some fundamental significance. It describes a fundamental property of the universe, and the question is whether its value is just an accident of how the universe happened to be put together, or whether its value is determined by some deep principle that we have yet to discover. What is the reason for this peculiar number which appears to underpin the whole of nature, why alpha takes on the precise value it has, so delicately fine-tuned for life, is a deep scientific mystery, okay? If alpha, the fine structure constant, 137, were bigger than it really is, we should not be able to distinguish matter from ether, the vacuum, nothingness, and our task to disentangle the natural laws would be hopelessly difficult. The fact, however, that alpha has just its value 1/137 is certainly no chance, but itself a law of nature. It is clear that the explanation of this number must be the central problem of natural philosophy, okay? The separation of light from darkness. So here we're gonna talk Bible. As governed by alpha is intrinsic to the creation story. It is the subject of the Bible's 4th verse. And this verse has profound implications. Not only does it have a gematria value of 1776, but the mysterious 137 also makes an appearance. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Genesis 1:4. Word 37 in the Bible starts with letter 137. Do you see that? Word 37 in the Bible starts with 137. This occurs in the exact verse which describes the function of the fine structure constant, which has a gematria value of 1776. You can read this yourself. Here you can watch the video. You can find it, I think, enough on it on YouTube if you want to find more about this. It becomes more and more difficult. But for anyone who is seriously thinking that the Bible is bullshit, you're wrong. You are wrong. The Bible is written I don't know how long ago, and you can see here the function of the fine structure constant is already in the Bible. So you can say Bible is nothing. We simple humans, we just discovered this number just 50 years ago. And we are talking about the Bible. When is it written? So you can see that the truth is already encoded in the Bible. Okay? You can read all this. Read. And please calculate if you don't believe all this. It's one of the greatest damn mysteries of physics. A magic number that comes to us with no understanding by man. You might say the hand of God wrote that number. And we don't know how he pushed his pencil, okay? You can all read this. It goes deeper and deeper into 137, okay? It has many special qualities, this number, okay? For instance, let's look at the following, okay? Now, I think we all know this picture here. What we see here is like a triangle and a rainbow and one beam over here, one ray. So if we start counting like Kabbalists do, this picture, we just count this picture. It's like one ray enfolding in three forces, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, which then evolves into 7 colors of the rainbow. So we have 1, 3, 7. Now, why do you think Pink Floyd put this on their album cover? This is pointing to 137 because they know the importance of 137, okay? The number 7 occurs 137 times in the book of Revelation. The only known prime Val number whose sum of digit equals the number of primes contained. A triangle with base 137 and height pi has the hypotenuse 137036157, which is very close to the measured inverse of the fine structure constant. Also, the numerical value of the Hebrew word Kabbalah is 137. Human temperature on Earth, on this plane, is 37 degrees. 1 is God. Okay, that's why you have a body temperature of 37 degrees. We have 7 notes in an octave. We have 7 holes in our head with senses. We have 7 big organs within our body, and they correspond to the 7 real planets that are out there, connecting to our 7 chakra system that we have. Okay? There is more and more 7. We have 7 layers of skin. We have 7 muscles within our heart, working our heart. Okay? We have there is more 7. We have 7 seas. We have, I don't know, we can go on and on and on and on. Okay? 137 is prime number 33, and 7 over 33 is pi from the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. And 7 over 22 is pi, like a pie in a circle, right? And then I want to add this from this website, the magic of 137, okay? Not too long ago, I was learning with Kabbalist Rav Berg at his home, and we discussed the most important number in all physics. The most important number in all physics. They get a heart boner from this number. All these mathematicians. That number 137. They cannot sleep because of it, okay? 137 is the biggest mystery and the most important number in all science, without question, okay? 137 refers to electrons and the odds of an electron absorbing a single photon. Or in simple Kabbalah language, it's about vessel and light, or the physical body of man and his ability to ignite the light from his soul and arouse the light in the extraordinary 99% reality so that it shines in our plain, ordinary world. Please do not worry if you don't understand the science and physics associated with the number 137, also known as the fine structure constant. That's not what is important in this article. And by the way, most physicists don't understand it either. But they do admit and know that it is the most important number in the universe. You can Google it. You will find it is the most important number, okay? It has been a mystery ever since it was discovered more than 50 years ago. And all good theoretical physicists put this number up on the wall. We already read this. Here they say that the numerical value of Kabbalah is 137. So we know that the most important number in physics, which deals with photons and electrons, is the same numerical value as the word Kabbalah. And it deals with light and vessels. Okay. So when you understand Kabbalah, you realize that 137 relates directly to the idea of an electron absorbing and a photon, or desire, or free will, or choice, or wish, connecting to light. We must bind our ego, the negative desire, in order to connect to the hidden, concealed realm of light. And if you want to read more, you can read more here. "137 is all about making a connection between an unseen force and a seen force." And you can read more here. The number 137 in physics corresponds to the interaction between an electron and a photon, or the probability of an electron absorbing a photon. In the language of Kabbalah, it means the interaction between the vessel and the light, or how a vessel can absorb, receive the light. We know that we are distant and disconnected from the light when we are opposite in nature, because in the realm of consciousness or spirituality, opposites repel. The only way for our physical world electron to absorb, receive the light is to imitate the light, behave like the light, and that stops repulsion. In turn, it causes attraction. So the missing puzzle piece for physics is consciousness, the crystal sea, the Christ all-seeing sea of consciousness. Understand? Only by way of consciousness can we observe and connect the light in a lasting and permanent way. Now you can read more about what to do, how to attract the light. It also, when you look at the tree of life from Kabbalah, it basically tells you 137. One endless realm. There are 3 upper Sephirot and 7 lower Sephirot. Okay. And you can read all their input of these people here, which is very interesting, okay? So there you have it. 50 years ago, we simple humans, we find this number 137 and the importance of it. It is that what everything holds together in our universe, okay? 50 years ago. As you have seen, it was already in the Bible. Already in the Bible. To me, this is like telling me the Bible is the truth. This is one of the things that makes me believe the Bible, okay? There is more. But this is one thing. Just one thing. And we talk physics, okay? So if you believe that there was an explosion, a big bang that occurred out of nothing. Out of nothing. There was nothing. So we have nothing. And from that nothing came an explosion. So how do you explain that? Because it makes no sense to me. So first we have nothing. And from that nothing, suddenly, this big, massive energy explosion And then everything within the universe, all the elements, elements, L is God, ment is mind of God. You live in the mind of God, okay? But somehow you think that all elements came out of a big bang that banged out of nothing. No material, nothing. And all material appeared out of the Big Bang. Are you kidding me? That is baby thinking. Baby thinking. So here you have it.